the vaccination debate. Medical science has come a long way with advancements ridding the world of diseases that were all too common 200 or 300 years ago. The plague, smallpox, TB, even measles and chickenpox are no longer common everyday diseases because of vaccines. Yet today, many parents refuse to vaccinate their children. Besides not being allowed entry to school, they even leave them in danger of contracting one of these diseases. Pro-vaccination and anti-vaccination debates have been going on for centuries, but if the pro-vaccine supporters wish to change the minds of the anti-vaccine supporters, they will need to understand some of their concerns. Opposing views started back in the 18th century. Lady Mary Wortley Montagu, wife of the British ambassador to the Ottoman Empire, modern-day Turkey, witnessed local women during the fall season scratching a smallpox-afflicted patient, taking pus from the sores and infecting healthy individuals by poking them with a small amount of the pus. Those people will get a very mild case of a smallpox and would never get the disease again. Lady Montagu had her sons inoculated in Turkey, but when the family returned to England, she informed a London doctor of this technique and had made him inoculate the young daughter. King George I took an interest in the procedure, and members of the royal family also became inoculated, but after much testing. Today, we think of Louis Pasteur and Edward Jenner as the founding fathers of vaccination, but without Lady Montagu's rule, this form of preventative health care would have been decades delayed. The Reverend Edmund Massey started the opposing side when he preached that inoculated denies God his providence over humanity. Even more damning, he called it a tool of the infidel faith. A similar situation also arose in the United States in 1721. Two men with medical knowledge, Cotton Mather and Zabiel Boylston, sought permission to carry out inoculations similar to those used by Lady Montagu on Mather's 6-year-old son and 2 slaves. Surprisingly, the religious authorities granted permission, but the secular authorities disapproved. So much so that Mather went into hiding for 2 weeks and an attempt was made to blow up his house. We have veiled evidence to show that vaccines save lives, yet there is still opposition besides religious grounds. Whatever grounds might they object? Today, many are fearful and distrustful of the government. In 1999, The Lancet published an article by Dr. Andrew Wakefield pointing out a relationship between the MMR vaccine and autism. Even though through The Lancet took back the article and Dr. Wakefield was disgraced from using an unreliable sample, damage was done and fear was sown in the minds of the parents. Many today are aware of lobbyists giving large amounts of money to our politicians for approval of certain drugs. The Mylan EpiPen saw the price of the life-saving device skyrocket 400% when this huge increase was looked into. It was discovered that the Mylan CEO was none other than the daughter of West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin. Senator Manchin's wife, Gail, had a position on the State Board of Education, a position that allowed her mandates all educated authorities to buy EpiPens. In summing up pro-vaccine supports need the support of the anti-vaccine element. Each unvaccinated person is a petri dish where diseases grow and mutate into strains the vaccines can't fight. Vaccine supporters must be understanding, compassionate, and trustworthy, and listen to all concerns. Would you buy a product from someone you didn't trust?